had to walk to school. The light counted. 15, 41,
You know he gonna get
31,
fired.
I mean 13. We took a left on Raccoon Street.
Danny's smart.
He's talking about taking Drew Lock from
I
Missouri.
realized
He forgot his homework.
It has another quarterback that's one top quarterback that
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org. Brought to you by Understood and the Ad Council.
3,498 yards passing, running yards 175. Another pocket guy. 8 interceptions and 34 touchdowns. Kyler Murray is better than that.
He played for Missouri.
Mark my words,
When
sports
did the
show, the
Raiders
second
get
hour is
the
coming
11th
on. And we're going to talk NBA playoffs, the first round. And Golden State Warriors aren't looking too great right now. Tied 1-1 with the AC Clippers. And we're going to talk about also what's going on with Ben Simmons and the 76ers. Do they have a chance to make it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals? We have Kyrie Irving with a great performance last night. Can he redo that performance and take Boston to the finals? We'll talk about all that and more on the NBA playoffs. And we have Ken's 5 Things and also the name game. We're going to talk also NHL playoffs. The Tampa Bay Lightning got bounced out in the first round, the number 1 seed, getting bounced out by the 8th seed. What happened with that? And there's only a few people talking about it. We're going to talk about it as well. Call in 602-354-8823 with your opinions. And as always, keep it 1 million right here on RadioPhoenix.org.
You got the Spurs beating Nuggets.
Radio Phoenix wishes to thank underwriter Los Compadres
Oh, you give the
Restaurant.
scores.
Los Compadres
Yeah, when you
is
come back
in
on,
part of the 19 North Corridor in Phoenix.
Out of a
Information
night,
and
3-0
reservations
Dodgers
on
beat
Jazz Night,
Milwaukee.
dinner, drink specials, and
And that's the
reservations
last game
at
of the night,
602-864-0043.
Follow Los
We got St.
Compadres
Louis and
PHX
Winnipeg
on
tied
Facebook
up.
and Instagram.
San Jose beating Vegas.
Wait, the Jets is number 3. They picked third.
That's why everybody's up on the Jets, man. The moves they made, and they got the third pick of the draft.
Phoenix.
They got them taking Jets. Josh Allen.
The electronic talking circle. That
They
brings
can
the latest
flip-flop.
on
That could be
news
either
and
Josh
arts
Allen
in
or Nick
Native
Bosa, depending
America.
on what.
They got the 49ers
Native
taking them.
America calling.
Yeah.
Number 1 and number 2 on every
Kyler
draft
Murray.
board out of Luke.
Kyler
That's
Murray,
Kyler Murray,
Nick
Nick
Bosa.
Bosa.
And connect.
Remember, Nick
Native
Bosa was
America
number 1.
calling. Weekdays at
And number 2 was Josh Allen.
They got us taking Rashad Gary from Michigan on this one. On the other one, they got us taking Quentin Williams.
See, everyone had the Giants having Dwayne Haskins, but now they're talking about the dude Daniel from Duke.
Oh my
That was
God!
in the past, just in the past.
If this
day.
happens, the Giants, if they do that,
Oh, a tackle.
if they do that,
I don't like that.
that says that you know what that says? They're going to get Josh Rosen.
Oh, if they get an offensive lineman,
Yeah, they're going to get Josh Rosen.
trade for Josh Rosen.
That's what that says. That they're going to
Who
get
was
Josh
this? Was
Rosen.
it CBS? This is the first time I've ever seen anyone pick the Giants besides the quarterback. Let me see what they have at 17. That's the pick from Cleveland. Colleen Farrell from Clemson. Edge rusher.
Oh, that's that one
Like
dude.
that. 11 sacks, 20 tackles for loss. Yeah. Daniel Jones, that's his name from Duke. They told me he's going to the Redskins because that's another team that needs a quarterback. The Redskins are looking at.
They should have kept Captain Kirk. Can you save me?
They're another team that could probably trade for Josh Rosen. Everybody wants Josh Rosen, man.
He's good. I told you.
Yeah.
I told you back then when he was at UCLA, he's good.
Yeah.
He's just not ready.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who's this guy? Bruce Barnes.
Bruce Barnes from college.
They got Miami Dolphins taking Dwayne Haskins. He's from Florida State. He must be bomb.
Florida State has some players, man.
Yeah. Then everybody got us taking Justin Lane from Michigan State. I would love that. That boy can play some football. He's a cornerback.
Right.
Justin Lane. Oh, and then they got us taking Noah Funk from Iowa. The other corner, the other tackle. Tight end.
Where's that Greedy Wilson going? He's going to top 10, right? The corner from LSU?
Nah, he ain't even up there.
Mm.
I wonder if this goes to there.
Feels like he's the number one corner.
They got the Falcons taking Chase Winovich. I wouldn't even be mad at us getting Chase Winovich. He's dope too for Michigan. Michigan had some bomb ass what's the name when they was on the so-called revenge kill. Remember that?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, they had some players. That defense was shit.
It was hard.
That defense, man. One of the top defenses in the nation. All right, we come back in like 8 seconds.
Psych! Psych!
85.
All right, we're back. The second hour, Mark My Words Sports Show. And just looking through the draft and some of the mock drafts going on. You got looking at the CBS mock draft. And
I like
it's real interesting because it's a lot different than what everyone else is saying.
Right.
You know?
I like the Cardinals. They got Eric McCoy from Texas A&M. That would be good to keep whatever quarterback you get. That's another clue that they better get rid of Rosen.
You know, offensive lineman.
Because McCoy can move. He's no statue. He can move.
Oh, wait, that's a quarterback?
Yeah.
From where?
From Texas A&M. He's the offensive lineman. Anyway, and then you got N'Keal Harry in this draft going to the Indianapolis Colts, but the number 2 pick in the second round. I'm in the second round now.
Oh, okay.
And then they got the Raiders with the number 3 pick in the second round, getting Josh Jacobs from Alabama. We get that, man. That's like the new Bo Jackson. But then you also got the question mark. He's an Alabama running back, and you know the history of them.
Well, go back to the first round because there's a couple teams that most people were saying one player was going to that team, and this one has something totally different, like the Giants. Now, when you're talking about either Dwayne Haskins or Daniel from Duke, they have an offensive lineman for the Giants. What's his name again?
Let me get back to when y'all pick.
It was 6.
Y'all picked 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
Jawan Taylor from Florida.
Yeah. Now, that makes sense because, like you said, that means they're looking at, if that happens, then they want to trade to get Josh Rosen. You know? Because you got to keep Eli Manning upright, and you got to have a quarterback behind to keep him upright instead of having a rookie to sit for a season, you know.
Well, see, he's also a monster in the running game, too.
Okay, then you can say Quan Barkley too.
There you go. So that could work bad against you, too, because you also got to keep Eli standing up. You got to think about that.
Right.
Can he do both?
That's true.
Yeah. How dominant will he be?
Another one, like you said, Miami. They have Miami picking Dwayne Haskins.
Right.
Right there. Now, that right there basically resets that team, that franchise. What I'm saying is, it resets it as far as now Dwayne Haskins is the face of that team. So you got to have people. You have a new GM, a new coach, a totally different atmosphere and culture. So now you get someone like Dwayne Haskins in there. You're basically going to try to change that whole culture around to basically like the Jets, how they turn it around because the coach came from the Jets, and then also like Cleveland, who basically their GM had basically did a whole 180, you know, and now everyone's talking about, you know, the darling team of the league is, you know, the Browns.
Okay, well, another good pick, man, in the second round. Back to the second round, the number 11 pick in the second round. You got the Detroit Lions picking Taylor Rapp, safety from Washington. Now, his little bio says he can play anywhere on the field. Anywhere. That dude's a monster, though.
Yeah.
He got game. I'll tell you that much. I like that pick for the Lions right there. But they still need so much more. You know what I mean? And also, you got an overpaid aging quarterback there, too, as well. So you might be thinking quarterback sometime in the early rounds. Okay,
now let's not go too deep in the draft because we're going to do everything like that next week.
When it's live.
The draft is on the 25th from Nashville. We're going to have it live here. Our second anniversary, just like we did last year.
Right.
Now we got NBA playoffs going on right now. You have in the fourth quarter, 105-91, the Spurs beating the Nuggets. You have just tipped off the first quarter, Golden State beating the Clippers in LA 32-15. And you have Philly beating Brooklyn 131-115. Philly's up in that 2-1. Bottom of the ninth, you have the Dodgers beating Milwaukee 3-1. Like I said before, Arizona beating Atlanta 4-1. Washington beating San Francisco 4-2. Detroit beating the White Sox 9-7. Toronto beating Minnesota 7-4. Kansas City beating the Yankees 6-1. You have Vegas losing to San Jose 2-1 in the second period. Carolina beating Washington, and St. Louis beating Winnipeg. That is the NHL playoffs. Okay, now you emphatically said that you're not watching basketball, but you have. We got to get into it because the playoffs. We got to talk about it.
I really tried. I really tried.
All right.
It was hard. You can ask my wife. I looked at her and said, I don't even recognize this game anymore. It's just so terrible.
We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
That's what you're thinking. It's like it's practice or something. Well, anyway, some really big news came out of Golden State was the fact that DeMarcus Cousins, he ruptured his tendon. You know that the leg ruptured.
Could we get the sound of you going crazy and Google and God going over that? And I'm telling you that, no, man. Can we get that sound?
I don't have it.
Yeah, we should pick that up.
Well, that just happened the other day.
You was able to get the sound of me saying about Tiger Woods?
Well, because we was live, that's why.
Well, we need to get the sound of me telling you to calm down.
We was on the phone. We was on the phone.
That's what sound we need.
But here's the thing. An interview that I wanted to, I should have recorded, was the interview that Kevin Durant had, and he was talking about how the defense is playing him in the series against the Clippers, and how Patrick Beverly, is all up in him.
You know who drafted Patrick Beverly?
Who's that?
The Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, he's been a baller. Him and Lou Williams, they've been ballers. But what he was trying to say was that he's a smaller player, but he gets up in him, and he kind of they get physical with each other. So he has to play a little bit differently, and how he kind of articulated was great because this whole season he's kind of been against the media and talking mess about the media. We've talked about that, and to hear him talk basically just straight basketball and how he did, it was a great little mini press conference he had after that game. Now they're up right now by 15. So with DeMarcus Cousins out, this could be addition by subtraction.
It's not because they lose size. So they're Golden State out of anybody. And remember I said, can we get the sound of me saying Golden State's not going to win it all this year?
Here's another thing.
Can we remember that?
I know. Here's another thing. They did add Andrew Bogut back from Australia. He was playing in Australia last season.
Whoa.
He came back. So, well, you say, he does have size. There is size there.
Whoa.
That's another 6 fouls right there. So,
whoa.
But what I'm saying is, you don't need to give the ball to someone who needs the ball like Boogie Cousins. To get his touches. You don't need that anymore. Now you have the death lineup back intact, and they can basically play their game that I was playing for the past 3-4 years. So they should get out this round. They should should be a 4-1 gentleman's sweep. The next series could possibly, I think, be against Denver or San Antonio, because it looks like San Antonio is giving it to the Nuggets right now, 105-91. And then you may have another rematch against Houston, which Houston is looking pretty good. Do you see that happening? Another rematch, Houston and Golden State?
Yeah, I guess you can. Because Houston is still getting all them lucky fouls. James Harden, with no considerable talent, is actually out there playing football. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I can see it happening. You know what? I got a yo for you guys, man. And watch what I tell you. If this happens. They got the Jaguars talking about taking Miles Sanders in the second round, right?
Going back to football.
I know. Miles Sanders in the second round. I'm still watching. When we start talking about it, I start focusing on the Raiders.
You got to let it be known, what we do.
And you know how my mind thinks. Anyway, Miles Sanders for the Jacksonville Jaguars, that they take this pick, right? And he's a good running back. He had 1,200 yards. He sat behind Saquon Barkley the year before, but he had 1,274 yards last season with a 5.8 yards after contact, right? So that means he's going to run through you with 9 touchdowns. And he's also a threat in the passing game. Does that mean T.J. Yeldon is on the chopping block?
That's if they pick him, yeah.
Ooh.
That could be it. I mean, remember, these are mock drafts, so you can't take it for...
I'm getting that jersey.
You got to take it for a grain of salt. You know what I mean?
And the Rams should think about it, too.
Yeah, my thing is right now... My thing is right now, all these coaches and all these GMs and every football team are just a bunch of liars.
No, yeah, it's the Lions season.
You know what I mean?
Now. That's what it is, the Lions season.
Bruce Arians said it most. He said it best, I should say. He said, I even tell the truth because everyone thinks I'm lying, so they're not going to know what I'm saying. So I'll just tell the truth what we're going to do. He was like, oh, no, they're not going to do that. So, all these mock drafts, you take it with a grain of salt. I'm looking at what the trades are going to be and then what's going to happen with Josh Rosen, with Kyler Murray, and the teams that need these quarterbacks, because they need franchise quarterbacks, not just quarterbacks that can go through their first contract and actually go to another team.
That's huge right there.
What's that?
If Miami takes him, Michael D. Terry.
Well, that's the second round.
If Miami takes him, he can play center or guard.
Right.
And if they get Dwayne Haskins, I'm trying to tell you, man, they're going to be sneaky good this year for some reason.
Now, let's get back into the NBA.
Oh, man, God.
Real quick.
You have Joel
Embiid hurt again.
Oh, yeah.
Sore knee. He's not playing.
Pimping the league.
Game 3. Okay, and then they did win 131-115 without him. Okay.
Pimping the league?
No, not necessarily. I mean, he's a player that can get you 30 and 15, so that's not pimping the league by any stretch. But a player that is balling is Tobias Harris. He had 29 points. You had Ben Simmons, came out of his slump with 31 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds. He didn't shoot any 3-pointers.
Is he the new Lamar Odom?
No, because Lamar Odom can actually shoot. Okay. The funny thing is,
but they both mentioned.
After game 1, this game right here, which is in Brooklyn, they had Brooklyn fans made a missing poster. It was missing Ben Simmons. Reward $26,000 because
I'd have been finding his
missing Ben Simmons' jumper. That's exactly what it was. So
you just make a meme of him making a basket and get your money.
Oh no, it was a real picture of like a missing persons report. That's what's so funny about it. So, in the playoffs you always got, the fans taking pop shots, the players taking shots at each other. So I would say in the Eastern Conference, you have Boston with this is the first time Boston has everyone healthy in the playoffs, and then you have Kyrie Irving, who basically had made a huge comeback last night, 31 points in that game as they won that game. Who do you see in the Eastern Conference Finals? I think that's the more open the more open conference. Boston,
who's in
Toronto. Boston, Toronto, or do you see the 76ers?
That's sad. I don't even know who in it.
Because the 76ers look like a team that could possibly implode or possibly go all the way. They're kind of a schizophrenic team. I really think it could be Boston.
Is the one kid from Indiana not playing right now?
Victor Oladipo's out.
He's
out
not
playing.
Oh, yeah, well, no wonder Boston is up 2-0. All right, and then you got Philly and Brooklyn. Yeah, Philly's going to steamroll them. You know what I mean?
They're up 2-1 right now in that series.
Yeah, Philly's going to steamroll them. It's over. And then you got too much star power on Philly. Even with a hurt Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
a.k.a. Pimpin' the League.
Like I said,
anyway,
Tobias Harris give you 20 points, and you have Ben Simmons.
He's a free agent too, huh?
Yeah, he will be. And
that's who the Lakers need to be sneaky trying to put with LeBron.
And Jimmy Butler is.
You keep Jimmy, man. Jimmy a locker room killer. Anyway, you got Toronto and Orlando. Well, Toronto finna beat them, man. Everybody knows that. That's no secret. And then you got Milwaukee versus Detroit. Detroit basketball. You know Detroit finna go down in flames. Over in the West, you got Golden State versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Golden State gonna smack them. And then you got Houston and Utah. The referees are gonna give it to you, Houston.
I hear you talking about Pistons. Go Pistons.
What's going on, Patrice, right now?
And then you got Portland and OKC.
Portland
is beating them.
In the building.
Wait,
Portland. Catch our show Friday night.
Portland is beating OKC.
Say what's up to the mic.
I don't know, man. What's going on? Mark my words. What's going on with y'all?
All right. We good. We got Lady Sincere in here. Tell them when your show is.
Oh, it's a show. I was trying to get together. My bad. But I got a real big show tomorrow, and I need your brothers to be there, of course. Y'all know.
Who's on the show?
Need y'all. So check it out. I have a 2-hour hip-hop show called Sincerity Soulful. I have 2 big DJs here in the same booth, same time, same building.
They gonna battle or something?
No.
Oh, I don't want to go, man. I thought they was gonna put them hands up.
No, we still gonna have a good time though. I got something special that I want to do playing for the local artists and leave it at that. But I have DJ Class and DJ Poker Face coming here tomorrow.
Okay.
So,
and where are they from? They're from radio stations?
Yes. Well, DJ Poker Face is from 101 Beat. And then with DJ Class, he used to be with 98.3, but now he's with Arizona 100.
Okay.
So,
AC 100. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. I'm not getting in here to bring.
Hey, they should get me to be they pitch man.
Hey.
Listen, watch this. AZ. You know, after every song go off with a segment, they just have me say that.
Right. All right. Well, we gotta go to break real quick. Go ahead and do the live read.
I was trying to do the playoff, but I can't.
No. This is special live read. Special one.
Yeah, do you be trying to get out of it? Don't get out of it. He can read.
Oh, this is a special one. He loves this.
Los compadres.
Oh my God.
Programming on Radio Phoenix is supported in part by Los Compadres Restaurant, located at 2023 50 West Northern Avenue. I gotta figure that out. In Phoenix. Serving the Valley since 1958, Los Compadres offers a full menu of Mexican cuisine, lunch, dinner, drink specials, that's what you said, especials, and more. Takeout orders and reservations. That's French.
That's French, yeah, that's French. That's
are available by calling 602-16 864 0043 or online at eloscompadresaz.com. You hear the voice though? Sexy, smooth. Like
we'll be back with more Mark My Words Sports Show.
El Chicharito, Chicharito. Ahí la tiene Torrado. Torrado la juega, el arquero saca, no hay arquero. ¿Quién le pega?
Oh, did he? Yes. Who's rapping on it?
Himself.
Thanks everybody for watching.
What's that?
Appreciate y'all.
Ladies and sincere, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night from 7 to 9 on Sincerely Soulful.
Hey Kenny, what's going on?
What up, Ken? Dizzle.
All right.
What up, TT? I know you watching tonight, baby. What's going on?
Right here.
Oh.
Right here in the yeah.
Oh, I don't see what's going on right here, bro.
Put your face in there. I know. That's how. Look.
Oh, it's
no. Because it's straight. It's straight.
Oh, so you can see
instead of that way, it's backwards when you do it like that.
Ah.
This way, it's straight.
Why don't you use one of your phones for Instagram, bro? Do one. That's what I do. I do one for Facebook and one for Instagram.
This not on. This one's not on. I just use this as a Wi-Fi.
I don't have
to interact. I use it to interact with the people. I use it to talk to the people.
I don't do that.
But it's just straight
Don't
Wi-Fi.
put your name up there, put hashtag.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Hashtag
Come
you
this
can
way.
get my stuff
Send
and
us
then
up to
people will be
YouTube.
like sending me
What up,
stuff
though?
and
What it
trying
do,
to make
man?
it free.
What's going on? It's Lady Sincere in the building. Excuse the Harris everywhere. But look, check it out. I got a 2-hour hip-hop show tomorrow night. And tomorrow night, Sincerely Soulful from 7 to 9. Of course, I have Poker Face, and I also have DJ Class. I have Ben Fly, and I also have Slap God, Marley and the Beat, man. So definitely check them out. Support my brothers here as always, man. You know what I'm saying? D Weezy. Hashtag keep it 1 million, baby. RadioPhoenix.org, baby. The best radio station there is online. You know what it is where we come to talk, sing, and connect. I love y'all, man. Peace.
And we also play Chicharito.
Say that again. How was you rolling the hours there?
Chicharito, that's who was just talking. That was Chicharito.
I know, but he said Los Compadres.
Right. You better hope they won't listen to they break.
Why? They'll probably love it.
Los Compadres.
I gotta put it in each. I've been there and eat
We
before.
back, more Word Sports Show.
Who is this?
Meek Mill.
Meek Mill.
With
He
Ellie
making
Mae.
a comeback. He making a comeback.
24/7.
Ellie Mae, she still alive?
That's
What?
No, that's a younger, new.
Oh, okay. Well, she got the old lady name, Ellie.
That was
Ellie. Get in here, Ellie.
Sincere, from Sincerely Soulful.
Where my ham naked?
So I guess we're gonna be on Sincerely Soulful show tomorrow night, same time, 7 to 9 p.m. Check it out.
Oh, I got to get back to the NFL draft, man. That's what I'm intrigued by. I'm building
He's all up
teams.
in the NFL draft right now.
Hey, what if Georgia, the Jaguars
scores.
take Riley Ridley from Georgia? Ooh, that's
The
nasty.
quarterback?
No, the receiver.
Oh.
Calvin Ridley's brother.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, Jacksonville's all of a sudden sneaky going to be good. They're going to win that division if they do it with their saying.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm talking about sports that matter.
You got a final 118 to 108 Spurs beating Denver Nuggets. Now the Spurs is the 7th seed beating Denver, and they're up 2-1 in that series. Is Denver just the team that's not ready?
They're frauds.
They're not ready to go to the next level.
Denver is who they are, who we thought they were.
You know, you had Jokic, one of the best players. You have who else you got over there in Denver? You got
see, look, you don't even know who it is.
I'm thinking Utah. You got no. You got the kid.
You don't even know who it is.
His name. He balled out yesterday. He balled
See,
out
look,
last game.
that goes to show you how important basketball is.
But see,
you don't even know the stars no more.
Sports, you got DeMar DeRozan over there with the Spurs. You have you got a couple more players over there.
I don't even know him from L.A.
Right.
If he wasn't from L.A., I wouldn't even know who he was.
Well, you got LaMarcus Aldridge. He had the most rebounds.
Play the
I'm just looking right now at the box scores,
You should play that, though, right now.
You have DeMar DeRozan with 25 points. You have White with 36 points. Aldridge with 18 points. Well, guess who's still on the team? Paul Millsap's still on the Nuggets. Remember him? The Paul Millsap sighting. So you got Jamal Murray. That's the player, but he only had 6 points. Last game, he had 21 points in the fourth quarter, so he didn't disappear. You know what I mean? You got right now 41 to 28 Golden State over the Clippers. So that series is about to be over. That the death lineup always coming in the end of the half or the end of the quarter. So, okay, go back to the NFL since you want to go back to the NFL so bad.
Let's talk about sports that matter, man. Don't nobody care about basketball.
You're the only one that does not care about
I tried to watch it, man. I really gave it a hard effort and tried to sit there and force myself to watch. You know what I started doing? I turned to the Orville, man, and started watching Orville. It was more entertaining than basketball. Then I found a baseball game. That was more entertaining than basketball because it was the Dodgers, of course, when we smacked Arizona. But it's sad, though, when most of your storylines are coming down with, like, what is Clayton Kershaw going to do when he's over he's more important than the NBA playoffs right now.
Well, let's get into, not the Dodgers, but let's get into some baseball real quick.
The Dodgers. We are real quick.
Well, listen, I'm going to go a little bit to the AL because you have a team. Listen, you got a team that's doing very bad.
You are a hater.
The Boston Red Sox. The Boston Red Sox are like 6-13 this season.
You are a hater.
What do you think's going on with the Red Sox?
You hate everything that ain't the Yankees.
What I'm saying is I'm speaking facts right now.
Hater.
I'm speaking facts right now. Let's look at the standings right now, okay? You got Tampa Bay right now in the tops of the AL East. Boston's at 6-13.
What do you got?
We're 8-10. Right behind with Toronto. You got Cleveland at 11-7. You got Houston at 12-6, and Seattle 13-8.
He gonna
we gotta go to
something else. Look.
Oh,
he just gave his team. Now he ready to get out of here.
Well, we just beat.
What are the Dodgers?
We beat. They're 13-8.
What are they? Are they in their division?
They're number one.
Oh,
I was about to say it.
I was just checking. That's all.
The Padres are 11-8. You got
let's go back to
Pittsburgh
the Dodgers.
and Milwaukee. Pittsburgh 10-6. Milwaukee's 12-8. And then you got Philly 11-6, and the Mets at 10-8.
What are the San Francisco Giants record?
Oh, they're 8-12. They're just as bad as Boston right now.
I love it.
Diamondbacks are at 10-9.
Just lose both of them. Lose.
So
do what you do.
I mean, it's very early in the season, but there's a lot of teams that are surprisingly, tops of their division. And you got the defending champions at the bottom of the division, the worst team in the AL right now. I mean, that's kind of crazy,
What's Cincinnati Reds?
They are 5-12.
Ooh.
And Miami is 4-15. Those are the worst teams in all the majors right now.
Here's the thing, though. Yasiel Puig, you know what that is, Yasiel?
Yeah.
Yasiel Puig is actually on a losing team. And a funny storyline to it was when asked, do you want your National League Championship World Series ring, second place ring, he said, just put it in my locker.
Yeah, he was late to the ceremony. He
Right.
didn't want to be there.
Right.
Yeah, I bet.
I think he hurting.
Yeah, he's hurting. He's in a sorry team in the middle of nowhere
He's
for
hurting.
him.
But he said he loves it. He said it's the best thing ever happened to him. The pressure of LA, man, is unreal.
Right. Well, let's go to a break. We're a little bit past time. We're gonna take a break. We'll come right back.
No stinking breaks.
More Mark Marbury Sports Show. Get into Ken's 5 things and the name game. So keep it locked right here. Mark Marbury Sports Show.
Programs on Radio Phoenix are supported financially by the Womack Cocktail Lounge. Phoenix, Arizona, 7th Street south of Bethany Home. The Womack provides a walk back in time with dining, dancing, eclectic live and vintage playlists. Open 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. daily. Find the Womack on Facebook, Instagram, and thewomack.us.
Oh man, I hate this piece of junk. I don't know where to put it, and what can I do with it?
I think you should donate it to Radio Phoenix.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so my 5 things.
Maybe somebody out there might really need it more than
it's
me.
going to be more question
Rusty car of yours not working, then go to
and
www.radiophoenix.org and call them at 877-919-7749.
you can answer, but give your opinion on what you think. Like, be shocked.
This was brought to you by students at South Mountain High School.
If you're a small business
got
owner,
one that's
good
gonna
sound
make you say,
objective
yeah,
advice can be critical to your success, but where to find it and at what cost. Hi, I'm Alan Tarr, speaking for Greater Phoenix SCORE, the nonprofit arm of the Small Business Administration. SCORE offers free mentoring for local businesses and presents over 100 educational workshops
We might want to get
annually.
into 5 things.
Now, we could say a lot
You're
more,
gonna
but
get a
they only
little
gave us 30
emotional
seconds,
about-
so please visit greaterphoenix.score.org, greaterphoenix.score.org.
Hey y'all, Big Al of the Alvin Galloway Show is on Sundays on Radio Phoenix from 2 to 4 p.m. A weekly program featuring discussions of community issues and an eclectic mix of music including R&B, jazz, classic, gospel with a dab of country. That's on Radio Phoenix, the Alvin Galloway Show, Sundays from 2 to 4 p.m. Come join us and enjoy the show.
Good times in Cleveland today. Cleveland. Come on down to Cleveland town, everyone. Come and look at both of our buildings.
That's both of our buildings.
Near the street. Who knows, you might even see this guy. You should come on down to West 6th Street. It's the perfect place if you're a douchebag. Watch the poor people all wait for buses. Who looks up to uses a payphone. Here's the place where there used to be industry. This train is carrying jobs out of Cleveland. Cleveland leads the nation in drifters. Here's a statue of Moses Cleveland. He's the guy who invented Cleveland. Yeah!
Yeah!
You like it? You think Cleveland's cool? I mean, I never heard anybody say, I'm going to Cleveland.
You know, since everyone's on Cleveland's tip, we got to knock them down a notch. You know what I mean?
We don't knock them down for that song. That song should win like a Grammy.
No.
That song is so awesome. It made me want to go to Cleveland for about 5 seconds.
You didn't want to go to Cleveland, man.
For 5 seconds, it made me actually want to go.
You and Drew Carey.
Y'all know Bone Thugs and Harmony's right up the street, right?
Oh, yeah, we better watch out,
Where
man.
they
I just
at?
thought about it.
Where they at? Huh?
At the Marquee.
You know,
They
Busy,
are?
you like to carry pistols.
Tonight.
Okay.
For
We
real.
got DJ Vex over here telling us that he played the Cleveland song. You know, you had to put respect on Cleveland's name.
Bone Thugs
Bone
is in town.
Thugs is in
You
town,
know,
so
Busy
we
like to carry them pistols.
We might get shot up over here. You know what I mean? Man, talking smack about Cleveland. Yep, that's what happened.
You know they had a song with gunshots like that, right?
What we was gonna talk about anyways? We did the Cleveland. You still talking about the draft?
You
Or
know
wanna
it.
Go, Joe?
You know it.
You got your phone.
Huh?
It's off.
That's not off.
Because you wanted to bring something up. You kept talking, then wanted to talk about this. The draft.
Oh, man. The Jaguars. I'm feeling the Jaguars again. Wife, we with the Jaguars again this year,
But you ate
okay?
Crow last year.
So what?
You
We
ate
with
a
them
lot of
again.
Crow last year.
I'm liking their draft. If they go
You
by
ate a lot
CBS,
of Crow.
whoever is the Jaguars GM, you need to go off of the CBS, look it up, and follow that guideline, and you will be fine. Okay? I like the Detroit Lions with TJ Hackson from Iowa. He's a tight end. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be good for your old, overpaid, has-been quarterback, which will leave him nameless. You know what I mean? You'll give him somebody he can throw the ball to real quick.
Right. Okay, all right. Well, speaking of Jacksonville,
they hot.
do you think the quarterback, do you think he's going to be what he was in Philly? Talking about Nick Foles here? Or is he going to go to what he was before Philly as far as just a backup being in the starting role? Because now this is a totally different team, totally different system. You know, how is he going to equate to this offense versus
Nick Foles?
Versus
oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's not like he hasn't had starts before. So he'll be fine. It's just what level of play are you going to go? Because you know that nightlife in Jacksonville.
There's a nightlife in Jacksonville?
You know what I mean? That nightlife. but Miami is right up the road, bro. You have
Right down
money.
the street.
You have money.
But I don't think Nick Foles that guy. He's like a Christian. He's like really religious. So he's
Is
not
he Christian,
yeah,
really
he's not,
religious?
He's not.
The devil can tempt him.
He's not. The
Let him
devil's
go to
alive.
the beach.
The devil is alive.
Let him go to the beach.
Ain't he married with children and all that?
Man, he gonna tell his wife he rebuke her for allowing her to let him go.
All that's gonna happen. But you still have Leonard Fournette with his drama. You have Jalen Ramsey, and another player did not go to their quote unquote involuntary workouts yesterday.
Not a big deal.
So Coughlin was all upset about that, and then the NFLPA slapped him with a, hey, it's voluntary.
Right.
So why you getting all
not a big deal.
all upset about it? But that's the issue you have right there with Jacksonville as far as the players versus management. You got a newer generation doing what they want to do versus Tom Coughlin and his regime who wants everything clean cut, like a military haircut over there.
Hey,
so
Vontaze Burfict is in Oakland.
Yeah, he got traded to Oakland. You
What
didn't know
the
that?
heck happened?
I told you about that.
That ain't got a madman.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my lord.
Question about Vontaze Burfict.
He's 3 personal fouls a game.
Hey, is he like a Terrell Suggs and on the back end of his career? Are you gonna get any tread out of that tire? As if he's even on, if he gets on the field.
Listen, it all depends, man, on the defensive coordinator. You got to have a defensive coordinator that's great at putting together schemes and hiding guys. You know what I mean? So they can be successful and bite you when you don't see them. And that's what Vontaze Burfict is right now at this point in his career.
Right. You know, just like I'll say, just like Terrell Suggs with the Cardinals, you getting a star player that is on the back line of his career. How are you going to protect him when he's a liability? And I think the same with Vontaze Burfict. You know, going with like I said, back with Nick Foles and Jacksonville, with that team, like you saying, you kind of big up on them and you big up on Miami Dolphins right now. You know who Miami Dolphins have? They just got Fitzpatrick. Fitzmagic was looking very, very hefty. He looked like he had a few meals. He looked like he went to a couple of all-you-can-eat buffets before he got to the facility.
He went to Harvard.
Yeah,
and he's a Harvard.
He was kind of chunky. He's a bit chunky right now.
He's going to outsmart defenses.
So Dwayne Haskins be a perfect fit for them.
A wasted pick. The Baltimore Ravens taking DJ Metcalf. That is such a waste. When you have that lame duck quarterback running around, it's going to take away from a perfect receiver who has NFL bloodlines. You know what I mean? With your team, the Giants. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You know what?
That is
He's a great wide receiver. Depending on what team he's going to be with, you know, he can be a superstar.
Oh yeah.
He can really be a star.
He has muscles.
Hopefully he's with a team that can get him the ball. A good team for him would probably most likely be San Francisco with Garoppolo. You know what I mean? If San Francisco can get to where maybe second, third round, that'll be great for them. I would say San Francisco to go ahead and get them. Him.
Rock Ya-Sin.
Well,
that's his name. Rock Ya-Sin. Yeah. That's who they got y'all taking.
Wow. Now, we got to talk about the draft next week, Kenny. So, we got 15 minutes. We got to go to the name game and then 5 things.
Yeah,
so let me
drop the beat.
Let's go off the NFL draft real quick. Next week, NFL draft special. That's the name game. If you don't know this sound, then you don't know this show. The name game, I got 5 names. Kenny gonna pick if they got a good
5 guesses.
Or a bad game. Here's an easy one. It's an easy name, but see if he had a good game or bad game. Pedro
had a good game because he has a Mexican name. Pedro. Uh-oh. Huge. Best running back in the draft.
Obviously, he had a good game. 2 goals for Chelsea in a 4-3 win over Slavia Prague.
Because his name is Pedro.
Bogdanovic.
He had a bad name because this name sounds like a mouthful of spit.
Had a bad game?
Play the Mexican sound again.
No.
That make you want to rob somebody.
Bojan Bogdanovic for the Indiana Pacers, 23 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, in a 99-91 loss to the Celtics.
His name still sounds like spit.
Pomeranz.
This sounds like pomegranate.
Right.
Yeah.
Good game or bad game?
Good game, man. Why not? I like pomegranates. Play the Mexican sound. Ah, come on,
Drew
man.
Pomeranz, pitcher for the San Francisco Giants.
Oh, well, no wonder I don't like it.
2/3 innings, pitched 6 hits, 4 runs, gave up a home run, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, in a 4-2 loss to the Nationals.
You should have just said he played for the Giants and I would have got that one right.
You can't stand them.
No.
Zuccarello.
Zuccarello. That sounds like some food you eat, don't it?
Right.
Hey, man, go give me some Zuccarello, man. A side order of Zuccarello, hold the rice. Anyway, he had a good game. Play the sound. No, you got to play the Bella, Bella, Bella.
I can't because this is a hockey player for the Dallas Stars. He had a goal and a 5-1 win over the Predators.
When hockey meets soccer.
And the last one you have Polonio.
Polonio. That's
one name.
That sounds like the stuff that I'm suffering from right now, pollen. He had a bad game because I don't like pollen.
Absolutely
Can
right.
we play Bella, Bella, Bella?
Red card
hater
is ejected.
At soccer, too.
In the 40th minute, in a 4-0 loss to Bahia. In the Copa de Brazil tournament. Nope, don't do it.
Bahia.
Don't do it.
Uh-oh.
Chicharito. Ahí la tiene Torrado.
Yeah, I gotta cut your mic off on that one, man.
That gets you out to see quicker than a carjacker. You know what I'm saying? Quicker than a carjacker. That gets you out.
You got the last couple right. So, you had a good one right there.
Hey, can we play the one where the kicker makes the field goal when he was like, no, we got a couple minutes. No, we got a couple minutes. Just play it, please. I want to hear it. No, senor.
I can't find it right
Oh,
now.
you're a hater.
Yeah,
You're a hater.
I'm hating right now.
Oh, here, I'll talk to the audience while you find no senor.
I'm hating because of time.
Oh.
Let's go. Ken's 5 things.
Go look for no senor.
I got you.
We got to play it. No, senor. We got to hit our international audience. You know what I mean? All right, anyway. Number 1, and this is a question for 5 things this week. In Atlanta, Cleveland, and the great state of Washington, during the Masters this weekend, they cut in on Tiger's epic win this week while he was on the back 9, giving a weather forecast of a killer tornado warning. Was that good to cut in, or do you think they should have stayed with the Masters and just ran the dang letters across the thing? Would you want to survive or watch the Masters?
You got to survive. You got to cut that in because the news, it's been all over the news, but it's like over 30 tornadoes around that area. A couple people died.
So wouldn't you say Tiger was bigger than that, though? You heard the man.
As big.
They was in airports.
But he's not as big as a tornado.
Everything. He was bigger than a tornado.
Come on now. What are you gonna? What are you
He's
gonna
an
be?
F5 when it comes to a tornado.
What are you gonna be? Are you gonna be watching the Masters, or are you gonna be in a tub?
I'm gonna be
covering or in
blowing
the tub,
away in the tornado watching the Masters.
Watching the Masters.
While I'm blowing away watching the Masters.
He's crazy.
And I'm flying watching the Masters. And then you should have played El Chalito.
I can't find it right now.
Oh, hater. Anyway, this is one for you, Dwayne. Would you rather be fired face to face or by text or email?
Oh, yeah, Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's why I said we need to try.
You got to be face to face because I've been fired numerous ways. Not text messages, though.
Yeah,
I get fired text messages.
Yeah, let me hit you up real fast.
I get fired text messages. That's gotta be the worst though. How do you get fired via text? Like, I got fired over a phone call. That was kind of where I was mad.
So face to face is better.
Yeah.
That's because you're a man. You gotta have machismo.
Face.
You gotta have cojones.
Now these days, that's a problem because the dude may leave and come back. He may leave and come back with that thing. Which happened last week. Dude got fired. He came back with that thing. So
well, see, that was big back when I was a kid, man. When the people got fired from the post office.
Yeah.
It was always the post office too. The people came back.
That's the word. Going postal.
Right.
Going postal.
It was always the post office. I remember that as a kid. Anyway, number 3. The now defunct AAFL players, and this is so sad, you guys, had to get home by plane, train, or automobile the best way they could without pay when the league just went under.
Oh, man. You know what? And
would that make you mad, or would you be happy?
7. Oh, that would piss me off. Come on now.
And they had to pay for their own hotel rooms.
That's bad. That's bad. That's bad business.
Bad look. Bad
See,
look.
that's why the NFL didn't mess with them. They see you ain't treating the players right. You're not paying them enough. Come on now. You ain't got enough cheese. They ain't got no people to give them the money. You need billionaires to do a league like that. Not people with just a few $100 million that could throw some money around. You need some billionaires. So that's what happened.
The check was late. Anyway, all right. Here's one that's gonna blow your socks, but it blew my socks. They're probably normal for you. Anyway, most millennials say they have never set foot inside of a bank. Can you believe that? Citing that they would rather bank online or other miscellaneous banking things. Well, how did that make you? How did that grab you, man? That took me for
life.
Like, whoa.
That's life.
I still go to the bank.
Everything's right here on your phone.
I still go to the bank, though.
Me too.
Wow. No wonder it's been looking kind of like lonely in there. A bunch of old people holding up the line, still trying to count them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Well, the last time I went to the bank, that's the one. It was nothing but some old white hair.
Hey, you leave me and my people alone. We've done nothing to you. Okay. Here's number 5, you guys. Coach of the Arizona Cardinals, I almost washed my mouth off. So anyway, of the Arizona Cardinals, coach Cliff Kingsbury will give his players phone privileges so you can text and receive calls every 15 to 20 minutes during practice.
And that goes back to what you just said, as far as no one is in banks or doing anything in person. They're on their phones. So
how do you win by doing that?
Think about it. You have.
That's why you're the Cardinals.
Think about it. You have $1 million players that are young, but they're young. They're in their 20s, so they don't do everything on this phone.
I don't care.
My thing
if my playbook is not being implemented in practice, you're not getting on the field.
My thing
I will cut you and send you to Siberia.
My thing is,
get on the phone then.
Think about it. How did that work at Texas A&M? Did that work well there with that?
What was his record? Oh, I have it written down. But it was
30 and 48.
He lost 9 games more than he won.
Like 30 and 48 was.
And then you come in, you gonna make a grievous error by letting Josh Rosen go and getting this kid Kyler Murray.
All right.
And then you let the dummies text message and be on the phone. You're stupid. You deserve everything that's coming down to you. And why don't they fire Kynes? He got to go too. They changed the colors. They suck. And the mascot is terrible too, man.
It's the Cardinals. St. Louis, Chicago, now here.
But change it. Do something else.
Change it.
Go with like shocking pink or something. I don't know. Just something different. Put naked ladies on the helmet.
No, that's not good, man. You can't do that.
You know, the Sun or something. Do something. Do something.
The Suns aren't a basketball team.
Oh, the Suns. Well,
yeah, exactly.
Copy them. I don't know. Do something.
And for Kenny, I'm Dwayne. It's Mark My Words Sports Show. You can hit us up on all social media platforms. And, oops, that's the wrong one.
Oh, play that one. Oh, man.
And,
I was going to start.
We'll be back next week. We'll be back next week. NFL Draft Special, 2-year anniversary. You know.
Already.
We're going to go all the way in on the NFL Draft. So call in 602-354-8823. Thanks to Keith Jenkins in the first hour calling in talking about Tiger Woods.
Solid interview.
You know, hit him up. He's in the Associated Press. Also, he does articles for azcentral.com. He's on all platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at Mr. Keith Jenkins. So we'll see you guys next week. And as always, keep it 1 million.
We'll probably see you tomorrow night, too.
And the marathon continues on RadioPhoenix.org.
Uh-oh.
I don't want that song.
Why you didn't play? All right, Facebook. It's been real. Uh-oh. I'm kidding, I'm proud. I'm kidding, I'm proud.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Peace out. Subscribe to everything, all platforms, all right? Thank you.